Boom, I made it back. Now, Shiori. Mhm. As we pull out of the hug, my gaze settles on Shiori. Listen, Shiori. Yes, Legacy? I have been thinking. She furrows her brow. Isn't it about time we had that rematch? Her face suddenly lights up. You mean Street Showdown? That's the one. Alright, but I should warn you. I have been practicing. Oh shoot, we're gonna lose, aren't we? As she loops her arm around mine, I can't help marveling. It's hard to believe how confident she is now. I can finally getting to see the real Shiori. And the more I do, the more I find there to love. That's sweet. You two mind if Riho and I tag along? I like to play the basketball in the game. Riho suddenly lurches to attention, nodding enthusiastically. Sure, why not? The more the merrier. When Shiori tugs at my arm, we head off toward the arcade. As we negotiate the crowd, I find myself eyeing her again. Only she could make that determined look so cute. Legacy? She meets my gaze before glancing away again. Glad to see that bashful side hasn't entirely gone. Do you what exactly is? What's the matter, Shiori? Whatever it is, you can tell me. She nods, taking a deep breath. I was just wondering, what do we call each other now? Oh, so cute. How do I answer that? Teasingly. We're lovers, of course. What? How can you say that so casually? As I start chuckling, Riho and Mirai join in. You two, stop listening. Hey, I couldn't resist. That's not fair. Alright, I'm sorry. The truth is, I love you, Shiori. As I smile at her, she leans in closer. I love you too, Lexi. Don't worry, we'll give you two lovebirds some space. Lovebirds? I chuckle as Riho and Mirai race off ahead. Alright, Shiori. Time to show me what you got. Already? But my head isn't in the game now. Oh, too bad. As we step back into the arcade, my heart sinks at what we find. Totashi is standing in front of the cabinet with some girl. Why did it have to be him? Next thing I know, he's waving us over. It feels like Shiori is about to squeeze my arm off here. Well, isn't this good timing? Look, Tashi, can we just... Street Showdown has a new 2v2 mode, did you know? What do you say we make it a double date? Listen, I don't think... Shiori steps forward, letting go of my arm. You're on, Katashi. Your girl seems fired up there, Legacy. Hope you can bring the same energy. With a sight of defeat, I make my way over. At least the punches are only simulated this time. Alright, if you insist. The four of us take our places before the controls. After multiple rounds, there's nothing separating us. Dash and his state are pretty good, I'll give them that. But what's really amazing is how Shiori has improved. Soon we agree on a final round to break the tie. I manage to eliminate the other girl before Katashi takes me out in turn. Just you and me now, Shiori. And she's already down to a quarter of her health bar. Come on, you can do this. I believe in you. She flashes me a smile. That's my secret weapon. She barely dodges an ultimate attack, then counters with a brutal 15-hit combo. Yes, in your face, meatbag. As Katashi slowly turns toward us, I feel myself tensing up. Now we'll find out exactly what he had in mind here. To my surprise, he dips his head slowly with a smirk. I'll admit, you've got some pretty slick moves. How do I know you didn't hack the machine though? As Shiori bristles, I draw my arm around her, only for Katashi to burst out laughing. Alright, so I'm not a comedian. He throws his arm around the other girl. We'll see you guys around. He gives us a parting wink as they saunter off. Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to change. But it's nice. It really is. I guess even Katashi is capable of change. What just goes to show who we are doesn't end with our programming. She turns toward me, grasping my hands. But are you really alright with this? Being with an android, I mean. I shake my head with a smile. This has nothing to do with you being an android. It's who you are that I have fallen in love with, Shiori. The atmosphere, her eyes matching the atmosphere's colors. Damn it, it always gets me. And I want to spend the rest of my life with that person. She bows her head, but not before I catch her blushing. When she lifts her gaze again, it's with a huge smile. I've never experienced joy like this before, Legacy. But now that I have, I never want it to end. Squeezing my hands, she draws in closer. I have a feeling we still haven't reached the peak yet. Closing the distance between us, our lips meet in a delicate kiss. As she cradles my cheeks with both hands, I let my own settle on her waist. Then she starts backing away until she runs up against the arcade cabinet. Round 1. Shiori pulls back, raising an eyebrow. You heard the man. Breaking into a grin, I hoist her up until she is perching on the control panel. Grasping my shoulder, she eyes me intently. Fight. I have a feeling we won't settle this anytime soon. Whoever comes out on top, I'll be happy though. I see. I see. Interesting. Well, I'll be right back for a minute. And we're back once again. I'm very happy today. I don't know. I guess I just went to sleep on the right side of the bed. As I pull out of the hug, my gaze settles on Mirai. You know, I feel like it's easy to take people for granted sometimes, especially when they're always been there for you. Mirai nods slowly. I know what you mean. After all these years, I can't imagine life without you, Legacy. Guess that means we're stuck with each other, huh? I shrugged nonchalantly. I can think of worse fates. Well, Will gives me a pointed look. Isn't there something you want to ask her? In the silence that follows, I lock eyes with Mirai. So it all so it's all come to this. Ask her out on a date. Stepping closer, I take her hands gently in mine. Mirai, yes, Lexi? Would you go out with me? She chuckles softly, nodding as her cheeks grow flushed. I was beginning to think you'd never ask. Of course I will, Legacy. Oh, I'm so happy for you two. Shiori nods. We'd still be back in that lab if it weren't for you two. So please, go enjoy yourselves. Oh, we will. Don't you worry. Meet you back here in a few hours. Well, meet you back here in a few hours? Guess it was a question. When the sisters nod, Mirai and I head off, hand in hand. It's crazy looking back on how much they have grown. They're not the only ones. Yeah, I guess we have all learned a little something about ourselves. She asked me intently, not to mention each other. What's that look about? You were amazing taking them under your wing like that. Kinda makes me wonder. She shakes her head, blushing. What is it? It's silly, but I just found myself wondering what kinda her parents would make. Or well, what kind of parents? Or well, what kind of parents would make? Would sound better. But what? Oh look, my favorite. Bro, already thinking about children. Wow. She points to a stall up ahead selling cotton candy. Wanna share one? Sure. She dashes ahead, returning soon after with one of the sugary treats. As she holds it up between us, we take a bite out of each side. Why this music kinda sad? With it still melting in my mouth, I spot a piece stuck to her lip. I really have to thank you for. What is this? Or what is it? Oh, sleep is getting to me, damn it. She frowns as I point toward my own mouth. You've got a little. No, other side. Here, let me. As I wipe the speck away with my thumb, she suddenly turns. Next thing I know, she has my thumb in her mouth, sucking it gently. I shiver, swallowing hard. I wonder if these taste the same. Eyeing my lips hungrily, she presses her own against them. Soon, her tongue is lapping at mine as her head slowly undulates. How long has she been wanting or waiting to do this? At least as long as I have, I'm guessing. Eventually, she pulls back with a sigh. Sweeter than I ever imagined. Took the words right out of my mouth. She jiggles bashfully. That's not all I want to take. She bites her lip with a demure look before returning to her cotton candy as we continue on. Wait, was she insinuating what I think she was? My brain is in the gutter. I need sleep. Yup, it's late. Care to try your luck? Well, care to try your luck, folks? Couples get a free try. A shooting gallery, huh? I raise an eyebrow at Mirai. Hey, why not? I watch on as she lines up the pellet gun, only to miss with every shot. Oh, unlucky. Your turn now. I failed to land a shot either. Maybe you two work better in tandem. We'll glance at each other before nodding in unison. As Mariah leans forward to look down at the sights, I bring my arms up around her. How am I supposed to focus with her hips pressed into me like this? There's a metallic clang as Mariah pulls the trigger. We hit one, Legacy. That's great, Mirai. I swallow hard, trying to keep a clear head as I steer her aim toward the next two targets. Yeah, that's how you do it. As the attendant hands Mirai an enormous stuffed toy bear, she beams. It's almost bigger than she is. She leans up to peck my cheek. We really can't do anything together, huh? As I nod in agreement, I see her eyes settle on something beside me. Glancing over my shoulder, I see the Ferris wheel looming there. Wanna go for a spin? Her eyes light up. Can we? I wait as Mariah loads her bear into the cabin before squeezing it beside her. Before squeezing in beside her. Then we start climbing into the night sky. Looking down on the festival grounds. But I can spot the others before you do. Oh, you're on. We spend a while scanning the crowd before my eye suddenly points to a spot in the crowd. There, at the water dunking game. Following her outstretched finger, I spot them as well. Looks like they're enjoying themselves. Mirai nods, snuggling up to me as she lowers her head onto my shoulder. Do you think we'll always be this good together? Honestly, we feel like a married couple looking down at the children playing. Just saying. I shake my head slowly. No, I think we're only gonna be better as time goes on. Just as our lips are about to meet, the night sky erupts with a burst of colorful fireworks. I feel her breath on my cheeks as she gives a muffled chuckle before, pulling away slightly. Perfect timing. I lean forward again, drawing her into the deepest of kisses. Whatever life throws at us, I know we can prevail, as long as we're together. Yep. I'm tired. So. But I really wanted to do this tonight. Now tomorrow is the day for the new game. I am so happy for that game. Like, no one can understand. I like it. I like it very much. It's been a long time since I have liked a game like that. It's nice. Very nice. So we'll meet again in the next one tomorrow.